To the comment section. You guys, what do we 9 episodes left after today? That's it. 9 episodes. So sad. Misty writes, Corey Feldman, Macaulay Culkin, spoke out in support of Michael Jackson. These two were always open about the abuse that they experience, but just randomly decided to protect Michael. That's when I knew it was questionable accusations. Yes, Macaulay Culkin, what a blessing, and Corey Feldman, for them to have done that with despite all the tremendous media pressure. And then you learn about Wade Robson and what was going on with him in the background, and you realize that it was a full Black propaganda campaign, because they knew that would be so shocking to them. Turnip Health writes, the innocence lost breaks my heart. I know, when I was seeing that videos of him singing, Justin Bieber singing when he was young, and just like the happiness and the light in his eyes, and to realize what he's going through now as they just look for every reason to pretend that he's gone mad. I mean, page 6 even. Do you have that, Skylar? Let's even show what page 6. Ridiculous. You can tell by the words and the verbiage, right? Justin Bieber goes on wild, unprovoked tirade against money-hungry paparazzi. You don't care about people. They're always trying to make you think that these people are out of control. And I'm going to show you the video, because page 6 is dirty. They're just absolutely yucky. These are the ones that came after me last year too. And wild. He's so crazy, out of control. Here's the video of him asking the paparazzi to reasonably leave him the heck alone. Take a look at this video.
Good morning. No, not good morning. You already know. Why are you here? You already know. You just want money. Money. Money, get out of here, bro. Money. All you want, don't care about you. All you want is money. Go. Get out of here. All you guys want is money. Money. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here, money. That's all you care about? Money? That's all you care about, guys.
What do you know?
It's money. You don't care about people. Only money. No people. You don't care about human beings. Go.
And I was speaking with my PR agent, Mitchell, about this before, and he was telling me that it was a major tell on this because the age of paparazzi is actually dead, he said. So whenever you see paparazzi swarming a place, it's because somebody called the paparazzi. And what they'll do is, if they're trying to drive somebody crazy, they will have somebody following that person's every move, and then they are phoning paparazzi to go there and to get the shot, because we don't live in like the 2000s anymore, where the paparazzi was like this tremendously lucrative business, because people didn't have their smartphones, videos, and could just send things very quickly, faster than the paparazzi should get there. So he's saying they're also intentionally following him everywhere because they're trying to trip Justin Bieber into a mental break, which is insane. And then I found out from somebody that they did the same thing to Britney Spears, even going so far as to have somebody, while she was inside somewhere, to pull out a piece of her car so that it wouldn't start. And so she was stuck when she was trying to turn her car on, and then all the paparazzi were swarming her. And so she had this like mental breakdown. They're trying to do this to Justin Bieber right now. And I feel like we have to be his prayer warriors. We have to be his warriors in the comments when you see people that are contributing to this, trying to drive him into a psychosis. We need to be like gang, like a Christ gang. We're not allowing this to happen to him. They are not going to do to Justin Bieber what they have done to Kanye, what they have done to Britney, what they did to Michael Jackson before. And like I said, the scariest thing in the entire world would be if they somehow got him into a Psych 5150 hold, because that's where they do this jujitsu type psychological Harley Pasternak, going to give you some drugs and take you to La La Land forever, and play dates with your kids just won't be the same. Like, that's what Harley Pasternak said in a text message. Imagine being so thug life and knowing how protected you are that you didn't even say it on a phone call, you texted it to him. Like, he texted this. Look at this text. I'm going to help you. One of a couple of ways. First, you and I sit down and have a loving and open conversation, but you don't use cuss words, and everything that is discussed is based in fact and not some crazy stuff that dumb friend of yours told you or you saw in a tweet. Second option, I have you institutionalized again, where they medicate the crap out of you and you go back to zombie land forever. Play date with the kids just won't be the same. Totally regular gym trainer there, guys. That's just me and my gym trainer, me and my Pilates teacher, doing what we do. Said nobody ever. was sent to Kanye. And that's why I'll never turn my back on him, because I know how evil Hollywood is. And I'm excited for those of you that are in the book club that were reading Hollywood Babylon next, because that's the origins of Hollywood story. And many of you guys have messaged me and said, Candace, you know the author of This Kind of Anger. He's dead. Yes. But he was a Satanist and he was in, yes, I'm aware of all of those things. He was in the club. That's why his book is more relevant. So I'm not promoting him, and we will talk about him. Our next meet, I think, is on Tuesday. We will talk about him and his background. And yes, he was into the occult and he produced satanic occult type movies. I know all of those things, but that's why he knew it. That's why he knew what was happening in Hollywood. And that's why it's important for us to learn that, because the book is not him trying to indoctrinate us into it. He's just kind of going, this is how we built Hollywood. It's insane. It's totally crazy. This next person writes, as Christians, we are called to cast out demons in Jesus' name. Let us all pray right now via chat. We rebuke all workings of the enemy working to destroy Justin Bieber and his family in Jesus' name. Amen. SJL writes, people linked to the Kardashian clan always get taken down. I'll never forget Chris Humphries, Kanye, the list goes on. You know, when Kanye was like really in it and burning everything to the ground and saying he wanted to be free, and what came with that was like a lot of paranoia, and he was at my house and he was like calling me an op, and I was so green in terms of this stuff. I did not know what he was talking about because I didn't grow up in Hollywood. I don't know. And now if he had said it to me, I would have been like, okay, now I get his paranoia of thinking why everyone is an op. He's like, you're probably an op. And I was like, yay, what are you talking about? Like, literally, what are you talking about? And now that I know what I know, some of the stuff that he said to me about the Kardashian family runs into the back of my head and makes me think that there is some more research that I need to do. Sky Blue writes, will you be looking into the Idaho 4 case? Yes. I know this is off topic, but I can't believe what I'm seeing. Your perspective would be valuable. Yep. I have done probably thus far 6 hours of research. It is very scary. Potential military operation. I don't know. I know that I have never believed the official story that was given to us. None of it made any sense. And I am wondering if more people were involved. I didn't immediately go deep down the rabbit hole of that story, despite expressing my views publicly that I thought something was very wrong and something was very sinister, because there were students involved. And I just felt like it was more appropriate to allow those families to mourn. But now that some time has passed, and of course, still understanding that you are still going to be in mourning over that, we do need to get to the truth of that, because it happened on a college campus and the media was not honest about other elements of this case. And I think that, I think there's something very dark happened there, and that the government is trying to cover a lot of it up, which is evident by how much they're locking down in the court cases alone. Astra Luna writes, hey, Candace, would you ever do a deep dive into Alex Jones's sham trials? Also, you should investigate the deaths of Chester Bennington and Chris Cornell. My producer was telling me Chris Cornell was the lead singer of Soundgarden and Chester Bennington was the lead singer of Linkin Park. Both died by suicide by hanging. Yeah, like I told you, I had an interesting, I think I told the book club, I had an interesting conversation with Courtney Love. And she knows a lot. I'll just leave that at that. Maybe her and I will sit down and discuss all the things that she knows. Victoria P. writes, Candace, we'll miss you when you're on the maternity leave. Will Ian Carroll be replacing you? When will you be back? Look into the Luigi Mangione case. Okay. Yes. We are looking at Ian Carroll replacing me beginning the second week of May, and he will do 3 days a week at first so we don't completely overwhelm him. Hopefully I'll be able to pop in and do some joint episodes with him. But yeah, I think he's the perfect person to replace me, because I realize we're interested in all the same topics, and I just think that that's a great way to carry it on and to get people thinking. So we will do that. And lastly, Luke Casely says, thank you, Candace, for ensuring that we stay informed with the facts. That's what I'm here for. And you know why? Because I know that eventually if we start sharing the truth, it becomes a game of whack-a-mole. So they can't deal with all of us. When we all become truth warriors, they're done. And so people, Candace, are you fearful? Obviously, I understand how sinister and evil these people are. I'm the one telling you guys what books to read to understand just how deep this stuff is and twisted and occult it all is. But, we have to have faith. And I have faith, and I know the power of truth when it's spoken instantly. And like Ian said on our joint episode, lies have to be repeated over and over again to be believed. Hence the heavy inundation from the headlines. He's a pedophile, he's a pedophile. Justin Bieber's going crazy. It's his marriage is bad. Then you hear the truth. You hear it one time. You watch this episode and you go, I know what I'm looking at. I don't have to do 1,000 episodes to tell you that Justin Bieber's under attack, a spiritual attack right now. You know that what I'm telling you is true on the basis of this episode. That is how the truth hits. when it's up against a lie. It's no match. A lie is no match for the truth, even though the truth sometimes takes a little longer to get out there.